Hi, Josh Barker with Josh Barker Real Estate, and thank you for checking out our market update for the month of August 2021. Like we like to do each month, let's go ahead and kick off that sales report. This is the report that's provided by our local multiple listing service, and right now I'm zooming into the sold report. This tells us how many homes closed last month in the month of July. So I'll circle this for you in red. There was 300 properties that closed escrow last month. Now that is actually down from the 363 properties that sold in the month of June. And it's also down roughly 25% of what it was last year in the same month of July. So sales volume obviously is declining, and it was expected as we transition out of this pandemic related market that we have been in. So the next report I'm going to bring in over the top, this is our active listing report. And this report shares with you how many dwellings are available on the market currently. Right now, we're sitting at 600 dwellings that are currently available. Now, if you compare that to the lowest time of the year, which was in March, there was 462. So the amount of inventory is beginning to grow, which is good. Now, the absorption rate. Now, this is the number of homes that are month supply of homes available. That's taking how many are for sale and how many are being purchased each month. And at the lowest point, it was 1.56. Now currently it's now up to 1.85, and those numbers may not sound like a big deal, but what it is it's revealing the fact that we're no longer seeing our absorption rate continuing to decline. We're beginning to see that the months of supply of inventory is beginning to increase, which is obviously going to provide a lot more options for home buyers. The next thing to look at is just interest rates. Currently interest rates are hovering around that 3.25% range for a 30-year fixed mortgage. Most of the experts are predicting that by the fourth quarter, we should see rates that are averaging right around 3.5%. Now keep in mind, for every 1% that the interest rate increases, it can have an impact on the borrower's purchasing power by up to 10%. So for example, if you're qualified for a home at $500,000 at 3.25%, if the rate was 4.25%, that same buyer would only be qualified for $450,000. And so that's what the impact of interest rates can have on a local market. The next thing to look at is just the opportunity that's currently out there in the market. So as we begin to see this inventory increase, it's providing more options for existing homeowners. So a lot of folks already live in their home and they're thinking about moving up, or they're thinking about moving down, or getting something a little bit different. And when the inventory is so tight, they just don't have a lot of options to choose from. Fortunately, as this inventory begins to grow, those options are increasing. And because it's still a strong market for sellers, you can sell your home quickly and hopefully be able to find a home that you'd like to purchase. And so that's an opportunity that's beginning to reveal itself that really wasn't there at the same level a couple of months ago. The next thing to look at is just overall, what's the expectations going forward? For the month of August, we're beginning to see some numbers that are revealing that we're in this transition. Most of the experts all agreed on one fact, which was that the prices of today in the current real estate market was a reflection of really low inventory relative to demand and extremely low interest rates. So those three levers, as they begin to adjust, as rates come up a little bit, as the inventory grows a little bit, maybe as the buyer demand goes down a little bit, we're going to see this market going through a transition. If these three levers don't move fast, we could see that transition take place slowly over time. Price stability will probably be prevalent in the market. Things will look pretty good. If one of those levers move quickly though, we could see the market shifting a little faster than even we're anticipating. So something that we're all just gonna have to look out for. One thing's for sure when you look out at the forecast, nationally speaking, we're really short on home inventory. There's millions of homes that should have been built that haven't been built, and we have this growing population that is going to need those homes in the future. So we have a real estate market that is currently related to the pandemic that we know we're going to have to reconcile. At the same time, though, we know that the future prospects of real estate are really strong because we just nationally have a housing shortage. So how these two functions or these two items reconcile each other is what's going to make this market so interesting over the next 12 months. So in any case, if you have any questions at all, just know we're always here to help. I want to thank you again for taking your time to watch this video today. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.